Hi guys, it's Sheila Shimmers. Welcome back to another foundation video. We're going to be reviewing the Kokie Cosmetics Full Coverage Foundation that actually just came out. I actually wanted to try this because I've seen a lot of people say that they really like this, but I haven't really seen Kokie Cosmetics in store like ever, but I happened to run into it at Rite Aid, so I went ahead and picked it up. This is how it looks like right here. I feel like it's a really nice bottle. It definitely is like really heavy, and it is a frosted glass. It has this really beautiful like goldish cap, and it has the Kokie Cosmetics logo on the top. Then it says full coverage foundation, and it says that it's made in Italy. On the back, it does say that it's a full coverage lightweight foundation that delivers seamless matte complexion that will last all day. And I believe it brings 1.01 fluid ounces. I got this one at Rite Aid. It retailed for $10 at Rite Aid, but online it says $13. So I'm just gonna go onto the Kokie Cosmetics website. I'm actually not sure where you can get this brand. So it comes in 18 shades, and online, like I said, it retails for $13. It has the same message as the bottle says. It says that it's long lasting, long wearing, lightweight, and it has a matte finish. So I'm just gonna show you guys how the actual bottle looks like. It does have a pump, which I love. So far, I feel like as far as aesthetic, this foundation is just really beautiful. And it's something that you don't really see often in the drugstore with this like beautiful packaging. I just really like it. So that is how the foundation looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. There is your little pump right there. I'm gonna show you the back right there. I ended up choosing the shade 40 Warm just because I felt like 30 Warm was a little bit too light for me at the moment. All right, so that is all the specs of the foundation. I'm super excited. It's gonna be my first product from Kokie Cosmetics that I'll be trying out. So I'm just gonna be dumping a little bit of this. I'm gonna shake it just in case you have to. It doesn't really say to do that. So I'm just gonna put one full pump on my little palette right here. And I feel like maybe I'll need a second pump. I'm not sure, but it does seem pretty thick. It's not really moving from there. So maybe that'll speak to like, you know, how full coverage it is. I'm gonna be doing one side with my sponge and then another side with a brush that I'll be grabbing. So I think I'm gonna start with my right side, and I'm gonna go with the sponge first. So I'm just grabbing a little bit of this. It does feel pretty thick. Actually, once you like start blending it out, it is actually not as thick as it feels that it would be. Oh shoot. I feel like the color is really nice. I'm glad I went with the 40 and not the 30, just because I don't know, the 30 just looked a little bit too light. Again, that is just judging from the bottle itself, because I couldn't really swatch it at Rite Aid. So as far as coverage, right there, I didn't put much foundation on my face, and it doesn't look horrible, but it definitely did not cover like a lot. I just want to go a little bit like heavier than that, so I'm going to be just building this up, because I don't feel like it covered as much as I wanted it to. It does have a really nice finish though. Like I don't feel like it's as matte, because I don't feel like my skin itself is like as glowy as this foundation is making it look. I actually forgot to prime my face before I did this, which is something that I would always do. I don't know. I guess I was too excited to jump into the foundation, but I totally forgot. I'm just putting on like the last of what I had pumped, and I have one full pump on this side of my face, and I still don't feel like it got me to full coverage. However, I do feel like it looks really pretty. I do really like the finish of how it looks. So comparing to this side, I obviously have a breakout, so I feel like on this side we're really gonna see like how much it actually covers. But as far as like finish, I really like it. I really feel like this is a very comfortable foundation. It blended out super nicely, and I used all the product that I pumped. So now I'm gonna go to this side, and I'm gonna do the same thing, just putting one full pump right here. And then I'm going with my Tarte foundation brush. Just gonna go over these little spots right here. I'm going a little bit with the brush on this side of my nose because I felt like the sponge didn't give me as much coverage as the brush did. I feel like the difference is actually pretty big because you can still see a little bit of my redness on this side versus this side of my cheeks. Honestly, I feel like my face looks really even. I really love the finish of how this is looking. I think it's really nice. It hasn't really set on my face yet, but it doesn't feel like super heavy, which I really like. So far I think it's a winner. I'm gonna see if it wears throughout the day. I'm gonna wear it for a little bit longer than usual today. All right guys, so far as finish, I feel like I really like it. I feel like it's making my skin look really healthy. I just really love it. I don't see anything pulling anywhere. I'm starting to see a little bit of a line right here. There's no areas where it looks really heavy. I feel like the texture is not emphasized on my forehead, which is where I usually would have texture. I just feel like it looks so nice, and I feel like it's starting to set in some areas. So I feel like this is why they say it's a matte foundation, because it is definitely setting. I haven't put any powder, but I'll be just doing the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be back to give you guys my final thoughts, and then we'll just start our day. So this is all I'm going to be doing for my makeup today. I feel like the foundation actually looks really nice. I didn't put any blush or anything. I just put a little bit of bronzer and a little bit of highlight. I don't have any concealer on me. I did end up setting just a little bit under my eyes because I feel like I don't know, I just wanted to have that a little bit more matte than the rest of my face. But overall, I really love how this is looking. I feel like the foundation is actually really nice. Like, I'm not just saying that. I feel like this actually, like, I love the finish of how everything is looking. I love the coverage that it's giving me, and I feel like it's so comfortable. I don't feel anything on my face anymore, so I just feel like this is really nice. I know that packaging is not important for a lot of people, but to me, I feel like they did such a good job with the packaging of this. I really love it. I love the fact that it brings 1 fluid ounce and it's still really affordable. If you are near a Rite Aid, definitely check it out. I think this would be more of an everyday foundation, but I do think that it did such a good job of covering like these really red pimples that I have on my left cheek, and I just feel like it actually looks nice. Hi guys, so it is 12 p.m. right now. It's been 6 hours since I applied this foundation, and honestly, I don't think it looks too bad. The only things I'm noticing is that it's looking a little bit too dry on my skin, and I think it's because I didn't apply primer, which I never ever do. I always apply primer before foundation. And I also think that it's been like rubbing off a little bit and like just moving around this area. But again, if I had primer, that would definitely not happen. As far as coverage and everything's still good and looks nice. Okay guys, so it is about 3 o'clock right now. I just wanted to show you guys that it actually doesn't look bad at all. I like just doing primers when I'm doing a foundation, like first impression and a wear test, just because that is what I like to do on a regular basis, and that's like how I know to judge a foundation kind of. But I do not think that it looks really bad. I just feel like without a primer, it doesn't really like hold it in place for the whole day, and it doesn't like wear as nice as it would with a primer. For example, right here, I feel like the foundation has rubbed off a little bit, and on my shin, it's just like moving all over. But with that said, it's doing a lot better than other foundations that I have tried without a primer. It just completely like skipped my mind today. So I think I really like it. All right guys, so it is 4:30 in the afternoon. I have worn this foundation for 10.5 hours, and I have to say I really like it. One of the reasons being is because I forgot to put primer on today. I've been mentioning that throughout the video, but I do think that this actually looks so nice, because honestly, I can't wear most of my foundations without primer, even if I wanted to. I feel like they just kind of slide all over my face, and you kind of start seeing like little streaks of foundation like everywhere, especially like spots where the foundation kind of moves around. This one is not as bad. I feel like it actually held up pretty nicely without me having anything to like actually hold the foundation in place for the whole day. I do also feel like the coverage is still there, and I really love how this is looking. The weather outside today was 90 degrees, so it's really hot. It's been like a little bit on the 70s, and today it just went back up to 90s, so I feel like it actually looks really nice. I'm looking a little bit shiny, I'm not gonna lie. Like on my forehead, I look a little bit shiny, and on this area right here, but I don't really feel like anything looks so like bad in any of the areas. I'm really impressed that this actually like covered the pimples all throughout the day, and everywhere else it just looks really nice. The only areas that I'm noticing that it kind of moved a little bit is on my forehead. Like I said right here, that I'm noticing a little bit of texture and a little bit of a line over here, and then fully on my shin. But other than that, for this to be a drugstore foundation and for it to be $10, I feel like if it performs like this without the primer. I feel like with the primer, I'm going to like it 15 times more. So I do really feel like this is actually something that I do enjoy and like and recommend. Obviously, I want to try it out a little bit more. Maybe I'll do a second video just using it with a primer so I can compare the two. But I do really feel like it's a really great option if you like that kind of medium to full. I wouldn't call this a full coverage foundation. I would definitely say medium, but it does a really great job at covering up the stuff that you want to cover up. So this for every day is actually really comfortable. After 10 hours, I still don't feel like I have a heavy application on my face, and I do have 2 full pumps, one on each side. So as far as finish, I definitely do prefer it with the brush because it did give me a little bit more coverage, and just the finish of it looks a little bit better than this side with the sponge. But that is just a personal preference. Obviously, you can apply this however you want to. You can also apply a lot less, and you can definitely build this up if you wanted to as well. It builds up really nicely. So I love the finish of this. I feel like it is a matte finish, but it's a very like comfortable and, you know, natural looking matte finish. It's not like super dry. So I feel like it's so nice. I really love it. Super recommend it. And I think this is actually one of the things that I am super impressed and surprised that I like so much, but I think I'm going to be using this one a lot more often. So that's it for this video, and to the people that are always trying to tell me to try foundations out without primer, here's your video, because I just can't wear foundation without primer. It's just not for me. But this one actually turned out pretty great. So maybe there's something, I don't know, maybe there's some truth to that. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. As always, please don't forget to subscribe below, like this video, and I will see you hopefully on my next one. Bye!